I win. Oh, what? What happened?
Don't piss me off.
I'm excited to kiss you.
Yeah, that's what
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know this, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 19. Casa Amor is here. Casa Amor is upon us, okay? So let me get first and foremost, we had an hour and 30-minute episode. This episode was long. And the twists and turns that this show is giving us, whoa. So they dumped Jeremiah and Hannah, sent them packing, okay? So, the guys were kind of like, surprised that they sent Hannah home instead of Amaya. Which I'm just like, people who were wondering or were like, oh, the guys should have picked the girl to send home. If they had that chance, your Amaya Papaya would have been packed up. Letting them three at a nutty vote for the girl to send home, Amaya Papaya would have been sent to packing. Like, for real. And so they were like, oh, Austin's over here, he's like, glad. He's like, oh, wow, I thought I was going to be, cooked. I was going to be sent home. But, he's believing himself. Like, yeah, he even thought he was getting sent home too. So that's crazy. But, the girls are just like, they sent them home because, she stuck with Pepe and, she didn't really explore outside of Pepe. Which I'm just like, the show is called Love Island at the end of the day. Like, finding your one true connection in the villa is the whole point of the show. Like, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to lock in with somebody. Like, there's no more, okay, explore. After you explore, you're gonna have to settle down. So I'm tired of this whole, oh, they only locked in with one person. That's basically the whole point of the show. Like, you don't lock people off, right then and there. But, you also have to find the person that you really vibe with the most. Anyways, Nick and Sierra have another conversation, which is like basically, just kind of like clear the air about like her going to sleep upset the other night and whatnot. But they still basically said that they're open, that, he's very invested in her and she's in him, but they didn't close anything off. They're still open. So it's just basically just to clear the air, make sure that they're still on good terms again, and they're still open. So it's like nothing changed, nothing new, same old. We have Amaya over here basically feeling like, she kind of feels a little guilty that she's still here over Hannah. So, they're basically backing Amaya. Like, no, you're here for a reason. We have Pepe over here talking about, it would have been nice if Huda and Hannah was swapped. Like, he would have rather that happen. They go to sleep. Pretty chill night, sad night, somber night. Pepe sleeping alone. He don't got his, Hannah buddy anymore. You don't got Hannah anymore to mess around with during the night. Basically, breakfast time. The boys are making the girls breakfast, everything, especially after the night before. TJ's making all the girls like teas. And for the first time since that has happening, Nick decided not to throw away TJ's tea. He's like, oh, it's very wasteful, Sierra's basically saying like, yeah, you're not being petty anymore, Also, the night before, Ace asked Austin point blank, did you tell, Amaya how you truly feel? He said no, basically giving her a round of a situation. But luckily for Amaya, she already knows that the vibes are off and, he's kind of like being weird about it. So they get a text in the morning that there's going to be a kissing challenge. So everybody's like, yay, kissing challenge, liven up the spirits, whatever. So the kissing challenge consists of the guys basically headphones on, blindfolds. They listen to music, they can't hear nothing, they don't know who's going in what order, what is it. So while this is happening, Ariana comes in, basically tells the girl, shush, has like book, a paper thing, basically saying like, Casa Amor is here, get your bags, get ready to go. The girls were too geeked, too hyped, they ready to go, they ready to dip, Casa Amor is here. Huda's single as a Pringle. She just got shut down by TJ. Like, Pepe don't really want her. Like, she needs somebody quick and fast. So, up and out of here at Casa Amor. So, at the end of the day, when they were doing that, Sierra's basically saying, Nick, behave. But I'm like, do you know who Nick is? Like, what do you mean behave? Like hello? Anyways, 5 new bombshells, Casa Amor girls come to the villa, and they're like kissing up on the guys, da da da. The guys are rating them, da 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 da. So once Ariana basically tells them, take off your blindfolds, take off your blindfolds. They shook, they're flabbergasted that they weren't kissing the villa girls. Ace, I think he kissed Vanna, and she put his hand on her butt, and like he grabbed it, and he thinking it's Shelly. Nah, it's not Shelly. So it's just like, oh, like, okay. So anyhow, that while that's going on, Ariana basically says Casa Amor is different this year. They're not basically letting the girls be used, abused, and laid to the side. They said that the girls are going to be, like a vital part of the Casa Amor experience. They said the girls are going to couple up with the guys. You're going to be in a couple. You're no longer going to be tied to your couple. You're going to be single as a Pringle. There's no ties. We're restarting this like it's day one. So you're going to restart this as day one. You're going to get to know these girls for real, no for fake. Like, we're not messing around anymore. This is not a boys' holiday. You're really going to enjoy this experience and not treat these people as side pieces or little holiday situations. So they basically said this is no situation. Like, you better know these as real people, because a lot of people have been complaining year after year that the Casa Amor is basically a boys' holiday. They come back to their main girl, everybody wins, everybody's happy. So they said, nah, you are going to be single as a Pringle, couple up with these girls, get to know them one-on-one, So the girls had a pick of who they wanted to couple up with. So the girls picked their guys, leaving TJ without nobody and Nick without nobody. So then Clark and Coco decided to couple up with Taylor, and Taylor eventually picked Coco to be his couple. So Clark, she ended up picking Nick out of TJ, leaving TJ single. So with that being said, they said that TJ, he's single and vulnerable, and he's basically, if he doesn't find a couple in 24 hours, he can be dumped from the villa. Which is like, what? Like, I can understand Casa Amor, blah, 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 but like, why are you dumping the single people? Like, let the single people explore. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we dumping the single people? Especially with these uneven numbers of, 6 guys, 5 girls. It's kind of weird. Like, we're adding 11 new people in the villa, and they're saying that they're going to bring back everybody to the main villa. Like, what? Like, it's getting too packed in here. Like, what are we doing? They said 24 hours for the single people to find somebody. And if you're not, you're going to get dumped. And then after the whole Casa Amor, everybody's coming back to the villa. So it's just like, hello? So back at Casa Amor, we see these new Casa Amor guys. They come into the villa. We see Zak with a K, Zak with a C. Zak with a K is from BBUK. He played Big Brother for real. So everybody's be comparing this season to Big Brother. He said he played Big Brother for real. They bring out a Big Brother player to the USA Love Island, and let's see how Big Brother being played. Zak was actually very talkative. He was like, what's your type? Asking the guys what their type is. Who you got your eyes on. Like, he really trying to get the things down tad. Like, he really know like who's his competition and what you gotta do. So instead of the kissing challenge, they put like a little challenge, which was like, pop the balloon, read a card, like kiss the 2 guys, So Brian, he had his eyes for Adriana. Zak with a C, he liked Iris. Chris, he had his eyes for Shelly. JD, he's talking about he's Puerto Rican, 23, who else? There's this guy named Elon with some curly hair. He had eyes for Sierra. So they had a little kissing challenge, whatnot. And basically the guys had to pick who they want to couple up with. So they ended up leaving Alondria and Amaya single. So, cause Zak with a K and Chris wanted to couple up with Shelly. So Shelly got options, okay? Shelly got options. People try to play on Shelly's name, but Shelly had options in Casa Amor. She had this tall 6'8" man, Chris, want to couple up with her right out the gate. Got Zak with a K, want to couple up with her. So she had to choose between the two. She picked Chris, of course. Zak has to, is single. He has to choose who he wants to pick out of Alondria and Amaya. He picks Alondria, leaving Amaya vulnerable, single, and if she don't find somebody in 24 hours, she's basically risked at being dumped.
Maya, unfortunately, none of these new boys stood on your heart. How are you feeling?
I'm a queen who knows her worth, so It's okay.
Which is crazy because Casa Amor is for single people. So the fact that they're not being a couple is basically what causes them from being dumped is crazy work. Why would we dump the OGs? Like, dumping OGs is crazy, but I guess that doesn't mean nothing in this season. Like, being an OG means nothing at this point. Cause what? Anyhow, we have these new couples formed. So everybody's getting to know their couples, whatever. Back at the main villa, you know, Ace is coupled up with Vanna. She's, I think, 21. She wants to go for Ace, but Ace is like, yeah, bring Shelly back.
I definitely enjoy talking to Vanna, but bring back Shelly immediately. Bring back my Shelly, because where the hell is she at?
Bring Shelly back ASAP. You know, he basically was like the first one to speak up and say, like, you know, he has a strong connection with Shelly. You know, they're all open because they haven't locked off everything yet, but he has a strong connection with Shelly. All the girls basically said they're open as well, but, you know, Shelly said she has a strong connection with Ace. Sierra said she has a strong connection with Nick. I mean, Andres basically say Taylor's her man. She said, my man, my man. I'm like,
oh, I miss my man. I miss my man. I miss my man. If he over there cheating, I'm gonna be sick.
I'm really...
Andrea, you need to let go of Taylor. Like, find out what's going on in Casa. But she's real deal slow burner. And in that Casa's 3 days, I don't think she's gonna really move to anybody new unless they like instigate something for her to do so. So unfortunately, I mean, sorry to Alondra, but she might end up single for real. So back at the villa, the main villa, the guys, so Austin, he's coupled up with Jaden. He likes Jaden. Jaden's like, she just wants a sweet guy, But the thing is, Nick, he has his eyes out for Jaden. So later on that night, he pulls Jaden for a chat. They're laughing, kiki, blah, blah, blah. Nick is coupled up with Clark. He had a conversation with Clark, but he basically said, like, that's not his usual type. He's not going to rule anything out yet. But, yeah, he has his eyes on Jaden. And he's pulling Jaden for chats. So that just lets you know where things are going to go. TJ, he's trying to, like, make things work. He's talking to Vanna, you know, speaking to Vanna, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, Vanna, she's in here for Ace. So we'll see how that goes. So Amaya, this episode, she says she gonna work. She gonna make find a way to stay in that villa. So she talks to Zak with a K. And Zak with a K, he's from the UK. He got that British accent. He's 29. And he's basically talking to Maya. They shared a kiss, everything, you know, have a little kiki, whatever. Amaya actually talks to him and basically asks him, like, are you okay with, like, pet names, like, babe? I'm like, a man from the UK is going to use the word babe, especially, like, someone like him is going to use the word babe.
What's your boundaries?
My boundaries, I'm pretty cool, like, names is cool.
Yeah.
You call me anything. Like, I call a lot of girls, like, darling, babe,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
yeah.
Like, all the time. So, I mean, he's, even though Zak with a K is coupled up with Alandra, you know, it was a good conversation. They connected mentally, but Amaya's really, like, you know, really going for it. Chris and Shelly had a chat. You know, Shelly is kind of like in their conversation together, but she's also thinking about Ace. But she said it will be a disservice to her to rule out this conversation or rule out talking to people because, you know, she that's not gonna be right. Like, she's gonna enjoy the experience. Hood is coupled up with JD. And, you know, she's bringing him back for sure because, hello, she's single, nobody's there, you know, what does she have to lose? Like, she already got her couple, like, there's nothing to, you know, fear at this point. Who else? We see Adrina and Brian. Okay, Brian said he likes his Dominicana. Seems like he knows a little, you know, Espanol. They know Espanol. They can speak Espanol together. They share a little kiss in that little, you know, part of Casa Amor. So they seem cool. They seem locked in together because, I mean, she was crying over Jeremiah. He's gone. Now she got her Brian. All right? Iris, she got her Zak with a C. Sierra, she got Elon, but she thinking about Nick for sure. Alondra's thinking about Taylor for sure. Like, I don't think Sierra or Alondra's gonna move, really. See, now Shelly's a little bit of a wild card. Like, even though she's thinking about Ace, she calls him a short king. I'm like, girl, Shelly, she had me laughing this episode because she really said her short king Ace, but then she looking up to the sky at a Chris, and I'm just like, you know, but you know, she got that 6'8" man picking her up.
So Chris, he's a good kisser. Like, he definitely knows what he's doing. I'm glad I made this.
Like, you know, Ace, can you compare to that? But I mean, Ace and her has been, you know, working on that connection since, you know, first day in the villa. So, I mean, it depends on if their connection is stronger than, you know, Ace and her or what. I mean, we'll see. All of them are coming back to the villa anyhow. So, he's going to see what his competition was. So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see. But anyways, they have, TJ and Amaya have 24 hours to find a different connection, which is going to be very interesting to see how that goes, because dumping more people is crazy work before Casa's even done, because it's just like, is Casa only 2 days or 3 days? Like, how long is Casa Amor? Because we already have the first day. Tomorrow, somebody's going to get sent home. And then the third day, they're going to, like, couple up. Like, how's that going to work? Like, are we recoupling? What's going on? Like, you're bringing back the couple that you're in, but, like, do you want to stick or twist? Like, what's going on? This is kind of very interesting to see. I just don't like the fact that they're going to send an OG home because Casa Amor didn't work out for them. Yeah, that's kind of, like, interesting to see. But I do understand, like, you know, with the whole people treat Casa Amor as, like, a little holiday and don't really, you know, respect the Casa Amor people. But, you know, now that, you know, real stakes are on the line, that you can be done from the villa from this, you know, they really said, hey, if you want to stay in the villa, you got to work for it. The same way the villa people have to work for their villa visa, you got to work for your villa visa too. Like, they said the villa visa is on equal playing field. It's crazy. We have no tomorrow's night, but considering that somebody might get sent home within 24 hours, I guess they didn't need to see that. But anyway, guys, that was episode 19 of Love Island USA season 7. And if you guys like the video, comment down below, let me know what comes concerned. You can subscribe to my channel, subscribe. Anything, guys, watching this video, peace.